Cheers.
Day 16. We made it to a campground.
Yes. Cold, rainy, freezing.
It was 5 hours worth of driving, but it ended up being an 8-hour day, which isn't that bad considering it's a 5-hour drive day. Usually you just double it.
Pretty much. Between dog stops and hikes and gas and whatever. Stop and see cool things.
We did a 4-mile walk an hour in maybe an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
So I think that helped keep the dogs.
Kept them calm.
They slept for a lot of the way. And it was signs everywhere. You are in grizzly bear country.
Yeah, don't be dumb. You'll die.
So we were a little nervous.
Sure.
But we survived. The landscape today was amazing. So many mountains.
Yeah. We paralleled what's the name of it?
Kluane
Mountains.
Kluane.
We kind of just drove. They were on our left the whole way. And I guess the Elias National Park was on the opposite side of them, we kind of figured out. Beautiful. Such crazy, harsh mountains. And
at one point, it felt like mountains from Hawaii.
Yeah,
the closer we got to here, it felt like we were in the tropics, but yet you'd roll down the windows and it's freezing cold outside.
Yeah.
The mountains no longer had their snow, where this morning the mountains still had snow and glaciers, and then it just seemed like this afternoon they were green and seemed
and big.
Yeah. Once you hit Destruction Bay,
roads have been destroyed.
The roads have been destroyed.
Oh gosh.
Literally 100 feet of pavement, and then you get up to 70 miles or kilometers per mile, and then turns to gravel.
Right.
For 100 feet.
What they forget to tell you is everybody slams on their brakes at the last second, so you actually jump into the gravel because it's all been dug out.
Not everybody.
I learned quick you got to go in the other lane before you dive into the gravel because it's better.
The Alaskans go in the other lane to drive. So we did learn that. But the Alaskans also do not slam on their brakes when they enter the gravel.
No, they just fly in.
They fly in. So we saw some new animals today. So right off the bat, like we were leaving Whitehorse, and I'm still trying to get organized. I'm looking at my notebook, I'm looking at my iPad, and we see 3 deer or elk or caribou. We're not sure.
Elk caribou.
And then like within a couple of minutes, a fox.
Red fox?
Yeah.
Probably Zoe size.
No video though.
Probably will be the only fox.
What did the fox say? Don't you know that song?
No.
What? See, I didn't make it up. And then we saw 2 eagles today.
2 eagles. Got one on film, I think. Yeah.
Wait, did we see 2 today, or?
Saw 2 today. We saw 1 early, and then the second one we didn't get on film. We're at that rest area.
Or was the other eagle yesterday?
What did you write down in your notes? We have notes.
We have notes. Oh, and then we saw one single bison all by himself on the roadside, which I got out of the truck and went to go photograph. And I was being brave because there were so many other tourists around that I thought,
ways to die.
But what's really funny is, I don't know if you noticed that when we first pulled up, nobody was out of their car. When I got out of the car and went, and because I've been to Yellowstone, so I know the distance, and I felt comfortable with it.
And he was still 50, 60 feet at least.
Right, and once I got out of the car, everybody else got out of their car.
I know.
So I was like, uh-oh, somebody's gonna die.
He didn't give 2 Fs. No, he was
But it was
Totally
cool.
chill.
I was trying to get a picture of him. He was in the section that had the just beautiful mountain ranges with the glaciers on it. Other than that, it was a long day. We didn't get as tired as driving as we did before.
No, because it was slower. We had to. It was just the road was, even if it was paved, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Just washboards, not washboards, but whoop-de-doos. And
Yeah.
I mean, we must have averaged maybe 60 kilometers an hour at best for like 4 hours. It was slow.
Yeah. Every time we could look at the clock that says, you are an hour and 58 minutes away from your destination, and you've driven 10 minutes, and you look down and it says, you are an hour and 56 minutes away from your destination.
It was brutal.
It took a long time. He did start getting braver with his speed, though. Like,
You either got to go 1 mile per hour or 100 miles per hour.
yeah, he was
Over the washboards.
definitely testing
Yeah.
the abilities of what the truck and camper can do.
There's probably going to be some new shocks in our future when this trip's over. We're going to run these ones dead on these washboards if it continues like this. Because you can't make progress doing 1 mile per hour. If we're going to have that much dirt road, like we're going to have to just figure something out.
Right.
We went down a boondocking road we thought we'd try. We were about
Yeah.
100 yards in and a sign said, hey, are you in an RV? Maybe don't come down here. Steep, windy, narrow. I'm like, nah, we can do it.
We did it.
We did it. We followed the Google Maps to where we thought would be a cool boondocking spot. Got down there and some dude had his house there.
Somebody has built a cabin since Google updated the maps.
So we turned around and figured that was our sign to get out of there, and ended up in this paid campground, which honestly there's nobody here. It's fine. Starlink kind of blows, but
It's a provincial park. It's back.
It's
Right
decent.
behind us is just woods, so it's perfect. I still feel like we can let the dogs out. We're not packed in here. Like, if my dogs are running around, people are going to freak out. But
there's some interesting stuff about BC or more in Yukon now, but Canada. Their toilets and fault toilets along the way, they have potty stops, every, I don't know, 15 miles? 15, 20 miles, a lot of them. And it's just a garbage can and a vault toilet. The vault toilets are great. They're amazing and clean and smell great and totally stocked with TP. And
it is the beginning of the travel
this is the beginning of travel season. Come back here in September. All right,
Yeah,
so
he's already here.
dinner's ready.
Okay, so our dinner's ready. So
Adios.